Welcome to the 8.3 Proportion Applications notes. Please make sure that you have a pencil and a calculator before you begin this video. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you write your name up here at the top. Please don't write my name. I'm writing mine because it's mine. I need you to write yours. Then we're going to get into solving proportion word problems today. This is where proportions are actually useful in real life. The important part is to keep your units consistent. For example, the correct way to set something up would be miles per hour on both sides. An incorrect way to set it up would be miles per hour on one side and hour per mile on the other side, where you switch it up. You can even do hours per mile and hours per mile if you want to, but it has to be the same. So none of this stuff. Okay, now that we know that, here's how easy it is to set these up. And by the way, these only work if you're solving something in which there is a constant rate. So things that are traveling at the same speed, or things that we're assuming use the same amount per minute or per hour, or recipes where you need the same proportion or rate of something to another thing, or if you're converting between units. Okay, so we're going to start with the first example, and I'm kind of walk you through how to set up these first few. Hopefully by the third or fourth example, you're like, oh, this is easy as pie, I can do this. So first example, Pete drove 224 miles in 4 hours. So that's 224 miles over 4 hours. Easy enough. Then it says, if he drives the same rate or the same speed on Sunday, how long will it take him to drive 490 miles? So what we're going to do is put an equal sign and another fraction bar. Did I put the 224 miles on top or bottom? Top. So the 490 miles also has to go on the top. And we don't know how long that took him, so I'm going to put X hours on the bottom. Then all proportion can be solved by cross multiplying. So 224x equals 4 times 490, which is 4 times 490, 1,960. Then you divide by 224 on both sides, so that x is all by itself. Hopefully this is ringing a bell because we just did it in 8.2 yesterday. And then we divide 1960 by 224. 8.75. 8.75 what? We wrote it right here, hours. That's how long it would take him to go 490 miles. Problem number 2. 100 ounces of laundry detergent. That's what OZ stands for, is ounces. Can wash 64 loads of laundry. So we're doing ounces per load. That equals, how many loads can Mila wash with 150 ounces? We put ounces on top, so the 150 has to go on top because it's ounces. And then we don't know how many loads of laundry she can get. We want to figure that out. So that's X. Cross multiply. 100X equals 64 times 150. $9,600. Then you go to divide by 100, which it turns out, friends, that 9,600 divided by 100 is 96. $96 what? Loads of laundry. That's it. There is something slightly different about Gemma's problem number 3, and that thing is, it starts out pretty simple. Gemma is making pancakes. 8 pancakes. I'm just gonna write pan. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Use 1 1/4 cups of milk. Instead of writing 1 1/4, 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. So 1 1/4 would be 1.25. You just turn the fraction part into a decimal instead. Because you don't want to write fractions inside of fractions. So that's 1.25 cups. I'm going to write C for cups because that's how we abbreviate the word cups in recipes. Then it says, how much milk does she need for 24 pancakes? I put pancakes on top, so 24 pancakes has to go on top. All you have to do is pay attention to which unit's going on top, which unit's going on bottom, and which unit you're talking about at the time. And you got it. I don't know how many cups, so there's X cups. Cross multiply. 8x equals 1.25 times 24. Use your calculator. 1.25 times, hang on, I got something weird going on there. 1.25 times 24 is 30. Divide by 8 on both sides to get x all the way by itself. 30 divided by 8, 3.75. $3.75 what? Cups of milk. That's it. 4, 5, and 6. Same idea, there's just going to be a couple different things we talk about down here. Melanie can run 6 laps in 16 minutes. 6 laps, 16 minutes. At this rate, how many laps can she run? So we're looking for laps. So X laps will go on top because 6 laps went on top of the other side in 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, I can't mix units like this, so I need to turn this into just minutes. Hopefully you guys know that 1 hour is actually 60 minutes and 10 minutes. So 60 plus 10, an hour and 10 minutes is actually 70 minutes. Try not to overthink that too much. We should all know that 60 minutes are in an hour, plus the extra 10 makes 70. Then you can cross multiply. 16x. And you don't have to, but I always look for the diagonal with x in it first. Equals 6 times 70. 420. Then you divide by the number in front of x to get rid of it. So we need to do 420 divided by 16. 26.25 what? laps. So she can do a little more than 26 laps in an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. Now the units on the next one get a little trickier even, so make sure you're paying attention to what I'm doing with the units here. An online store receives 84 orders in 1 week. We want to find out how many orders they can expect in the month of April. Weeks and a month don't match up. So what we're going to do is, how many days are in a week, friends? 7. And how many days are in the month of April? Some of us might have to Google this. That would be 30 days. There's a little rhyme I heard the other day. 30 days past September, April, June, and November. So April, June, September, and November are all of the months that have 30 days. And February, which has 28. So she's getting 84 orders in 7 days. We want to figure out how many orders she can get in 30 days. Because the month of April only has 30 days. Let me move this over because it got a little across the line there. Then cross multiply. Hopefully we're used to this part because we've done it like 3 times so far this year. 7 times x is 7x. 84 times 30 is 2,520. Then you divide by 7 on both sides to get x all by itself. And 2,520 divided by 7 is 360. 360 what? Orders. It's always going to be right there in one of your fractions. You don't even have to reread the problem to figure it out if you set yours up the same way I set mine up. Last one. $1.10 is equivalent to €1. So $1.10 over €1. Paula wants to buy a coat worth $62.70. Dollars went on top, so $62.70 goes on top. How many euros does it cost? X euros. Euros was on bottom, so euros is still on bottom. Cross multiply. 1.10x equals, I'm not even going to use my calculator for this step because I know that 1 times 6270 is just 6270. Then you just divide by 1.10 and 62.70 divided by 1.10 is 57. So her coat worth $62.70 is also worth 57 euros. There you have it. Go ahead and flip to the back side and work on the assignment. You've got this.